Planning is for an office user of ScanMan who wishes to create a list of items for your warehouse to pick, either to send onto the production line or to send to a customer. Log into ScanMan using the desktop office user. You can select any default warehouse. Click on the Picklists link, and you can see that there are no pick lists here of any type. Here's a filter. You can filter by pick list status. If you have lots of pick lists, blank means all, and pick list type, we are picking to production. There's only one type set up in the beginning, and you can add different types for different type groups of people, but this is the production type. There are no pick lists, and the pick list is in the raw materials warehouse that we're going to set up picking from the raw materials warehouse to the production warehouse. So this shows you that there's no pick lists of type production, of type status, any status, and for this raw materials warehouse. So click on a new pick list, and we select the pick list which is picking for production. The pick list will get sent to the scanners in the raw materials warehouse, and you can place any comments in here. These comments are also added to as the pick list progresses. You can prioritize your pick lists with a number. Smaller numbers will appear on the top in all lists. You can optionally put in a customer job number or your own internal job number. You can put in a person for whom this pick list is should pay attention to this pick list. And you can put in other customer information which helps you categorize the pick list. So if it is for a customer or stores, you can put in any information here. This information doesn't have any bearing on any other field. It's only for your internal administration. So once you've put in this information, and you can change all of this information later on, you click on Save Pick List. So the pick list is saved. Now you come and add stock codes to this pick list. So you're going to search for your stock codes. If you know them, you can type them in here, or you can click Search. It's tell you there's 48 rows found for warehouse for materials, and here's a long list. If you know any part of that stock code or any part of the description, you can type a part of the stock code in here and click Search. Now you're only going to get 12 rows found, so you're going to get a smaller list. So because it's printed by white, and you can say the quantity to pick. So if it's bulk items, you normally need to put in the quantity that's in each item, but this is your choice as to whether you want to work on individual items as each or the quantity. Normally you put 500 items, and then the warehouse will make that up of 5 items of 100, or 1 item of 500, or possibly one item containing 400 and another one of 100. And sometimes even the warehouse will need to send you 150 because there's one item of 90 and another item of 60, and they'll combine them. This is the total quantity, and you add it to the pick list. So here's your component you're going to pick, or your stock code, your warehouse that's going to be picked from, your quantity. They haven't picked any yet, so the still to pick is 100. This is just an internal counter, and you can keep adding that pick list of the different quantities that you need to this pick list, as many stock codes as are needed for this particular job. Once the warehouse starts scanning, you will see the individual items scanning in here, exactly the items that were scanned. And here you will see this quantities picked increasing, the still to pick decreasing. So these columns will change, and the scan will show you what's been scanned. Status, you can see when it started, the date started will be here when the first item is scanned, and when it's complete, you will see that appear here, the date that is complete. You can also manually put these on and save status as an administrator. So that is your pick list done. And now we go back to our show pick list, and you can see there's one pick list in here with all that information that was typed in. You can see the number of stock codes. That's the number of items on the list is 3, and there's 3 still to pick. That's not the total quantity, that's the individual components that are needed. Here you can see the dates of started picking and whether it's complete, and this is just the person who updated this pick list entry. Next step would be for them to start picking, in which case this would appear in the status of started. So there's nothing in the state of started. So I'm going to show you how that works. So the user would click on start here, but normally the office user doesn't start it. It's started by the scanners. There's another training video for that. The office user just edits the pick list. So I'm going to simulate as if the user had started the pick list in the warehouse, and you can also do that by changing the status here to started. Save status. So if we go back to our pick list, the pick list of not started, there are none. Started, it's appeared in the started status. And the same goes for the complete status. It will move into the complete status. So you click here on edit, it manually change it to complete, and then go back to our pick list. So there are none with status of started. Let's go to complete, and there's one with status of complete. This is status of any, so you will still see your pick list.